Hello everybody, and welcome to the Daily Splat for the 2nd of April 2018. And today, a little bit of royal news, I suppose. Here in Australia, we have obviously a continuing connection with Britain, but given the fact that this country is part of the British Commonwealth. Former Australian Prime Minister Paul Keating said recently that if Australia were to break away from the Commonwealth and become a republic, it would have an ally in future monarch, or at the very least current heir to the throne, Prince Charles. Reportedly, Prince Charles is supportive of Australia potentially as a country going its own way and striving to be fully independent in the world and I suppose to make its own fortune. This is a claim of a former Prime Minister who obviously would have met Prince Charles over his time running the country. It's a bit of an interesting one. If it's definitely true, and Prince Charles, who's in Australia currently, ahead of the beginning of the Commonwealth Games over in Brisbane, if he is supportive of it, that's kind of an interesting thing. It's not often that, at least historically speaking, it's not often that one would find that monarchs or future monarchs are willing to relinquish power over particular places, but maybe it's also reflective of the fact that whilst obviously there are very big connections between modern Australia and Great Britain, maybe it's even a realisation that even someone who is, set to be the next King of England realises that Australia as a nation perhaps is already an independent body, and that perhaps it might just be good to have that confirmed in a sense. I don't know. The whole Australia becoming a republic issue, I think it's one that I'm not entirely sure where I stand. Obviously, I've got a bit of a vested interest as someone who is from the UK. I moved here when I was 14, so I've actually spent exactly half my life in the UK and half of it here at this point. Personally, it's not as though we get up every day and swear allegiance specifically to the top left-hand corner of the flag, and the national anthem is no longer God Save the King or Queen. It's it's an interesting one, and I think it's something that will come up again at some point. There was a referendum in the late 90s to decide whether or not Australia should become a republic, and that was unsuccessful in that respect. Australia remained part of the Commonwealth. It's a bit of an interesting one, and I would be curious to know what you think below the line if you are living here in Australia, or if you're overseas and have a particular thought on the matter, then leave a comment in the sections below and let us know what you think. That's all for today. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye.